up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here to see what's going on the blogs. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Shout out to all of y'all. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let me know you stopped by. That's all I have to say.
I sponsor the blog.
Let me tell you something.
For news and announcements. News and announcements.
You are working on something right now. And I feel success coming up behind it, but I also feel lots of opposition. There's some people that's in your circle that's telling you that they're your friends and they're talking against your future. That you are working on something right now. And I feel success coming up behind it, but I also feel lots of opposition. There's some people that's in your circle that's telling you that they're your friends and they're talking against your future.
Girl, that can be a message for anybody. That was Kelly Price talking to someone random on the street, and she said that to them, and they were just like, oh, she said something. I can walk up to anyone and tell them, you have success coming in your future, but you have people in your circle who are talking behind your back and talking against your future. Girl, y'all gonna get enough. And let me just hush. Kelly Price, girl. Let's see what the comments are saying. It says the message was so vague and general. It literally applies to anyone breathing. Girl, to try to be the rebirth of Miss Cleo and tell us where you had went at. The people still want to know. That's funky, Daniva. Because remember when Kelly Price went missing and they did a wellness check and her family was looking for her and all that other stuff. Remember that? Yeah, it's always a fear monger. That's one thing I do recognize about people who practice Christianity and position themselves as, oh, I'm like a speaker and I'm going to tell you and I'm going to prophesize or whatever they say, and I'm going to let you know. They always have to like inject fear somewhere. Listen to the message on Sunday at church and tell me if there is a fear messaging underlying the message that your pastor or whoever, Reverend Bishop, whoever is relaying to you. There's always for I don't know what other religion does that, where there is like a constant injection of fear. And I think that is a way to keep people in a certain position. You have to give them enough fear. So I don't know why. I feel like it does keep people stuck, but it's always a fear monger. Always, always. God will speak through you if you have a great relationship with Him in capital letters, H-I-M, and a strong prayer life. Get you one. If you don't, it will change your life. It's called a prophetic vision. Nothing new to see here, people. Y'all remember that verse in the Bible about possessed women who are still able to prophesize, but source of their prophecy wasn't good? Yeah. No, Miss Cleo, no. She prophet from God. Stop trying to add witchcraft to everything. That's God's work. Something in her face is off, and I mean that respectfully. She's going through something and there's a spirit over her. It doesn't seem right. Miss Kelly, that's everyone's reading right now, right? Like it's not nothing fantastical. Let's see. Okay, let's see some things that I saved. Did I already tell you to like, subscribe, and comment, and share, and timestamp? Let's see. Jamie Lynn Spears reveals she struggles with self-esteem issues being Britney Spears' younger sister. I don't have anything for myself. Being the younger sister of a pop superstar has taken quite a toll on Jamie Lynn Spears' mental health as she opened up about the challenges she faced living in Britney's shadow. The 31-year-old made a revelation during the premiere episode of Fox's game show Special Forces World's Toughest Test on Wednesday, admitting that she's proud of Britney's success. Her worldwide fame has prevented her from forming her own identity. Jamie, who is best known for her 3-year stint on Nickelodeon's Zoe 101, cried while talking about self-esteem issues she faced over the years. Growing up, my sister became famous, world famous, when I was very young. I'm so proud of her, love her to death, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't really have anything to myself. In a confessional scene a few minutes later, Jamie expressed how she wouldn't want anything more than to finally have her own identity, and that people began to see her as her own and not as Britney's little sister. I struggle with self-esteem all the time. The siblings haven't been speaking terms since Britney was freed from her conservatorship back in late 2021. Yeah, because then she kind of go against her. And my whole thing is, like, there's like a perspective, right? We don't know, a lot of us, most of us don't know what it's like to be in the spotlight of a pop star sister. We don't know. But another perspective is like, I don't know, like being in someone's shadow. I've never had that experience, so I can't even speak to it. But I'm saying, like, did you see what your sister went through? I don't know. Like, I don't, like, if you saw what your sister went through, I don't understand how, I'm kind of confused as to, like, I didn't have my own identity because I was Britney's sister. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out, like, I can kind of empathize, but I'm like, I don't understand it. I've never had the experience. I can't even see where usually I could put myself in people's shoes fairly easily, but I can't see where she's coming from. Because all I could see is, like, your sister was like a slave. And that's the only thing that I keep seeing. And I'm like, how, I don't know, living in Britney Spears' shadow. I mean, did you try to come out with music? Did she have an album out? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't pull from anything to be like, I understand where Jamie Lynn Spears is coming from. Maybe I have to see it to be like, oh, I don't know. I feel like, did you see, like, I don't know. It's like a lot of the times you look at people and you have this, you envy their life, but then you, like, look into it a little more and you're like, oh, they weren't really having the greatest life. They're not having the greatest life. I don't know what Jamie Lynn Spears has tried to do in her life to separate herself from her sister and not be in her sister's shadow. I don't know. I'm like, girl, I don't understand. Like, I really don't have anything for myself. I don't know. To me, it feels like, it sounds like bullshit. I don't know. I maybe have to watch Fox Special Forces. Maybe. I don't know. Let me go back to my save things. What do y'all think about that? Have you ever lived in somebody's shadow and you felt like you didn't have your own identity? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how did you not have your own identity? Where were you? What shadow of Britney's were you in? Britney hasn't, I don't get it. I feel like it's a bunch of bullshit. I do. I don't know. That's sad. Lisa Rinna. Oh my God. Lisa Rinna exits Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after 8 seasons. The 59-year-old announced her exit. This is from Hollywood Unlocked. The 59-year-old announced her exit in a statement to People this Thursday. She said, "This is the longest job I've held in my 35-year career, and I'm grateful to everyone at Bravo and all those involved in the series. Rinna explained, it has been fun. It has been a fun 8-year run, and I'm excited for what's to come. Meanwhile, the rep for the reality star also said, given that Lisa's contract was up at the end of last season, and after taking time to weigh her current option and business obligations, Lisa and Bravo have discussed and mutually decided that she will not be returning to RHOBH. Let me tell you something. I have mixed feelings about that. Lisa Rinna, I don't know if it was her time to go. I just don't think I think she was more of a friend. Like, when they keep comparing Giselle to Kenya Moore, Giselle and Lisa Rinna are more of the same type of character, where they'll mess with everybody else, but you really don't know what's going on in their life. They will start the mess, and then but you really don't know what's happening there. Like, I feel like Lisa Rinna is friend of, because we don't know much about, and it was always, Lisa's always in some mess. She's always trying to come at somebody, always trying to hold someone accountable. Own it, own it, own it. You have to own it. So, I mean, Lisa Rinna was good. I'm going to miss her Gucci shades. But yeah, she has gotten beside herself in the last couple of years. And it's just like, Lisa, shut up. I'm still wondering why she did not record Kathy Hilton in that car. But what she did with that was a mess. Like, all of that was a mess. Like, Lisa Rinna was just being a mess. I don't know. I said, I think she should have been a friend. Like, I feel like Giselle is another one. Like, those women who don't want to share their lives is a perfect example of a friend, because that's the purpose of a friend. A friend is a woman who is always at the group events but does not share her personal story. That's what Lisa Rinna gives. That's what Giselle gives. Who else gives? I don't want to tell you. That's what's her name on Love and Marriage Huntsville? Destiny. They don't want to tell you stuff about their lives, but they want to be in the mix. So a friend, so we don't have you're not in the intro. You're not holding a diamond or a flute or whatever. You're not going to be in the intro. You're supporting. You're a supporting cast member. So we'll see. A lot of people are rejoicing. I feel like Diana should be next, and so should, who else? Yeah, I feel like Diana shouldn't come back. She's not coming back, is she? She didn't even come to the reunion. Dorit can be a friend, but Dorit and Kyle they're the close. But they've dismantled Fox Force 5. Lisa Rinna, like I said, Lisa Rinna could have come around for the friend stuff, because she does keep the party going. Like, she will ask the questions, but again, she doesn't share stuff about herself. That's why I feel like the women who want to keep the mess up and don't want to share about themselves, put them to friends. Like, okay, here's Lisa Rinna, she's going to be at this event, and let her do that. But we'll see the dynamic, what's going to change in the dynamic. It is going to be weird not to see Lisa Rinna there after all this time, but she may not even be missed. She may not even be missed, child. Because it was like, how do you connect to someone who doesn't share themselves? And if that's intentional, that's fine. But you can be a friend. So we'll see how the cast is going to hold up. Let's go to Jasmine Brand. That's not the Jasmine Brand. Oh, why does it keep doing that? Oh no. Devastating news. Quentin Williams, a Connecticut state representative, was killed on his way home from the governor's inaugural ball. Quentin Williams was one of 2 people killed just hours before are after being sworn in after a wrong-way driver hit a vehicle going south head-on. Hartford Mayor Luke Bronin turned to Twitter to express his condolences and memories with Williams. The 39-year-old Middletown native was the first African-American legislator when he was elected to the Connecticut General Assembly. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Just hours after being sworn in. What the hell? That is crazy. It says Damar Hamlin update that he says Damar Hamlin joined the Buffalo Bills team meeting via FaceTime. Hamlin had his breathing tube removed amid his substantial improvements. The NFL player appears to be in good spirits, but let's continue to lift him in prayer as he works towards a full recovery. The breathing tube is out and he's begun talking. Hamlin has a breathing tube in the body through his throat since Monday, but no longer needs it and can breathe fully on his own. He said to the team, "Love you, boys." Oh, hopefully he's fully restored. I don't know how are they going to clear him to play football. I know he's going to want to play football because he wants to work, because he needs money. That's a lot of money. I don't know how that's going to work out for him, but we know the history of the NFL and how they treat their players, so don't count on anything. It says at least 10 people injured in a Miami shooting that occurred during French Montana's video shoot. One person reportedly in critical condition. At least 10 individuals were injured outside a Miami Gardens restaurant on Thursday night. Eyewitnesses revealed that gunfire erupted during a video shoot for French Montana and Rob 49 or 49, I don't know. According to Detective Diana Gorg, Miami Gardens police responded to a call just shortly before 8 p.m. at the Licking Miami Gardens on Northwest 27th Street. Detective Gore says an altercation began in another location and ended at the restaurant where the shooting occurred. We're still working the scene. Yeah, there were multiple shots. There's multiple cases. Police are reportedly investigating at least 3 possible crime scenes. Witness said Mogul told WSVN that he came out of the Licking to observe the rapper film his music video. He claims another individual in the crowd was robbed of his wristwatch and wallet, which reportedly escalated the situation. Mogul said that it was at least 13, 14, 15 shots. It was very rapid. It sounded like an assault rifle. I took off running and was looking back, but was like, you know what? Let me duck first. And then people started asking me, can you help me? When I realized people were asking for help, there was nothing you could do about it when you got shot. Paramedics and Miami-Dade Fire Rescue also responded, transferring 4 people to surrounding hospitals, one of whom was in critical condition. Several others drove themselves to medical facilities. Montana was reportedly unharmed, while there are conflicting reports whether Rob 49 was hit. Over what? Over what? Nothing, probably. Nothing at all. Nothing at all, child. All right, let's see. Dana White, DL Hughley and Jamie Foxx want media to cover UFC president domestic abuse the same way they would a black man. DL Hughley says, if Chris Brown, Bobby Brown, or Antonio Brown did what Dana White, get it, Brown, White, did, the media wouldn't stop talking about it. What can Brown do for you? Be White, Team DL. Then he come out again and says, what can Brown do for you? Apparently not a damn thing. If that had been a brother, it'll be nonstop coverage, dredging up a playground fight from the 3rd grade, scouring old tweets, you name it. Dana White's entire life is immersed in brutal physical violence. He's amassed a fortune from it. Like Mike Tyson, Like football players. Where's the salacious headlines? Where's the pressure? Oh, he apologized. White privilege, pun intended. Scores a first round knockout yet again. Here we are with another example of black men wanting to be able to get away with the things that white men perceivably get away with. Chris Brown is violent and is documented being violent. Antonio Brown is violent and documented being violent. I'm sure Bobby Brown has some documented domestic violence against him as well. Domestic violence, right? This is what Dana White did. UFC president she slapped him, he slapped her back. They probably slap each other as a way of conflict resolution. That's what it looks like. Even though the man said they've never done that before, that's a damn lie, because you wouldn't have been so comfortable to do it in public. But black men always want to be able to get away with the things, the bad things that white men get away with. And that's why they want you guys to agree to weird relationship templates, because they have power in those positions, perceived power in those positions, and when you put yourself in those positions, it gives them the ammunition to, you know, be violent with you. Black women are on record of being killed every 5.5 hours by their intimate partner. So they're not, and these women, a lot of these women, when you read the reports, they had restraining orders. Men were taken to jail and let out, bailed out, and then go back and KILL their intimate partner. So while you want to say that public figures are not getting away with domestic violence, they are. The baby, he slapped a fan and he was able to book shows afterwards. Is Chris Brown hurting for anything? Doesn't seem like he's hurting for anything. Is Antonio Brown hurting for anything? Doesn't seem like he's being vilified the way, even though the people are talking about his behavior, doesn't seem to be affecting the bottom line. Chris Brown is still, who's this bitch on? Chris Brown is still making money. Antonio Brown, I don't know what he's doing, if he's still over there at Donda. But y'all always want to get away with some shit. And the truth is, black men are always getting away with stuff against women. Always. And are able to flourish afterwards. Y'all really were on a hill screaming for Tory Lanez the other day, after he was involved in what could be domestic violence, because she was screwing him, right? And everybody was going up trying to figure out a way to make him innocent of his violent behavior. Y'all get away with shit all the time. And you get away with it because men and women in the so-called black community worship men. And they want to figure out a way for black men to get away with the shit that white men do. And you are comparing, and you only speak up when it's something negative and violent. Why don't y'all want to be like the white dudes who are building shit? Why don't you want to be like the white dudes who actually run this motherfucker? Why y'all only want to do what the crumb scrub bottom of the barrel garbage juice motherfuckers do? Why do y'all want to be that? Why? Why do y'all want to get away? Chris Brown is violent and has proven on record violent to multiple people, been accused of SA and everything. What are you doing in your comparison? Why is that the go-to every single time? And you have to be mindful of the men and women in the so-called black community who go up for this type of shit. Yeah, if it was Chris Brown, if it was Antonio Brown, I get he was trying to go between brown and white, and then you injected Bobby Brown in that. Bobby Brown, we haven't seen Bobby Brown in any trouble in a long time. Bobby Brown got so much shit going on, so much death around him. If he's beating anyone up, his ass need to be brought up on charges too. But this idea that you want people to get away with, if he would be all in the news. They would be all, he deserves to be in the news. Everybody is talking about Dana White. What else do you want him to do? What else do you want? What else do you want? That doesn't make sense to me. And it's always that. Let's read some of the comments. Yeah, because they're traumatized when, what? Yeah, because they were traumatized when Will slapped Chris. They definitely don't keep the same they definitely don't keep the same energy. I'm still waiting on updates about Brett Favre. Right. Like Brett Favre stealing money from the state to fund a volleyball field or some shit. But we want to be able to get away with, we don't want the news to know. Every time y'all do something wrong, I don't give a damn if it's because you are black. It needs to be put up on a billboard. That's the reason why y'all, like the other day, some dude came back talking to me about police brutality and the racial discrimination that black men, I don't want to hear shit about that. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Let's talk about the disproportionate rates of intimate partner violence that black women are experiencing while y'all have I was about to say something. While y'all are so worried about how police treat you, let's talk about how the men are treating the women. That black on black crime that y'all never want to talk about. Never want to talk about. Because black men and women in the black community worship black men. And they try to figure out a way to get them off on the degenerate shit that they do every single time. And D.L. Hughley, girl, like y'all really amplify your voices for the weirdest shit. That's what you're going to use your voice for? To be like, if it was Chris Brown, it'd be all in the news. It should be all in the news. He should be all in the news. Talk about it on your platform. Tell your other comrades to talk about it too. But see, y'all ain't talking about him mistreating his wife. Y'all are talking about, oh my God, no one's talking about it. Why don't you talk about what he did against his wife was wrong? No, you want to make it seem like, oh, well, nobody else is talking about it because white men get away with shit. Basically, y'all have been beating up on women for years. So now a white man has done it. You want it to be highlighted in the media to feel a sense of validation. Got it. Exactly. Instead of asking white media to crucify a white male the same way they would someone another race, it may make more sense to pool your money and create new media outlets so that you can put them in the hot seat the way they do us. Sadly, the media will never cover the situation the same way if it was a black man. UFC has a huge contract with ESPN. That's why Dana White domestic violence issues won't be addressed at all. Social media drags black men for cheating, but this fella puts his hand on his wife, and we all saw it, and social media is so quiet you can hear a mouse piss on cotton. But are y'all forget that, like, y'all forget the other day on New Year's Day, a man killed his wife or his girlfriend, shot her 5 times in her driveway in front of her children? Did y'all forget about that? Does anybody hear anything about him? No. No. I understand what D.L. Hughley is saying. These are public figures who get in trouble, and it's spread all over the place. But it needs to be spread all over the place. Y'all so worried about the way white men are treated that you forget that black men are mistreating black women to the point where it's not even mistreating, they're killing them. Girl, I'm done talking about it. D.L. Hughley sounds stupid. D.L. Hughley sounds so damn dumb. All right, let's see. What time is it? I am ready to go. Nicki Minaj reportedly breaks Missy Elliott's record to become female rapper with most consecutive charting on Billboard's Hot 100s. Nicki Minaj becomes the female rapper with the most consecutive years charting a single on the Hot 100 2010 through 2023, breaking a tie with Missy Elliott 1996 through 2008. The self-proclaimed queen of rap recently broke her tie with hip-hop icon Missy Elliott to become the sole female rapper with the longest consecutive years charting at Hot 100. On the Hot 100. Data recording platform Chart Data reported the big news via Twitter yesterday. Reportedly, Minaj, born Onika Tanya Mirage, 40, achieved the feat on New Year's Day. It is also noted that her number one hit, Super Freaky Girl, is what ultimately secured the spot, which has been charting for 20 weeks. Y'all listening to that? Y'all must be just have it on. I think it's something else behind that, because that shit is not, it don't go like that. And y'all know it. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Super Freaky Girl is not nothing that should put anybody over any kind of record breaking statistic. Yikes. Missy Elliott, born Melissa Arnett Elliott, 51, has appeared on the acclaimed chart since writing and providing vocals for several songs off Aaliyah's 1996 album. The rap star went on to release her first solo charting topping record, Sock It To Me, from the album Super Duper Fly in 1997. Let me tell you something. Reportedly, the album debuted at number 3, marking the highest charting debut for a female rapper at the time. Since her start, Missy Elliott has gone on to win 4 Grammys, 8 VMAs, 2 AMAs, and 6 BET Awards. In 2019, the musician was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame and received the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. Missy was also honored in her honorary doctorate in music at the self-esteemed Berklee College of Music and hailed as many as the Queen of Rap, though she has never shown much interest in that title. Well, they talked about more of Missy's accomplishments than Onika's accomplishments in this, and this was about Onika breaking a record. Where are her accomplishments at? I don't see them here. Well, congratulations to Onika, honey. Let's see what else. Whoopi Goldberg debated leaving her $8 million per year gig with The View following her suspension. Yeah, I would have been questioning. Spunky Don't even said, don't leave that good job. I would have been questioning too, but girl, I don't feel like reading this. Okay, let me come back. Okay, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.